the very first patches of paint. We have decided on a color, got a sample box, and look at that. It looks so different.
Oh wow.
It looks so
It looks
different.
white,
It is white. It's very white. That's why we got a sample so you can see.
not from back here.
Cool. Alrighty folks, so this is the very first task today. We're in the house, it's super rainy, which stinks, but first things first was to chip all the hairline cracky stuff, so that's what we did here, kind of widen it up so it can accept the caulk better. In that process, we found this, just a little hole, and like this hole, it can just go in there. So I got expanding foam to fill that in, because that's no big deal, because it's fine because there's no cracks in the literal brick, it's just this masonry stuff. So that's first overall goal, and then painting it with dry lock. So gonna keep expanding the cracks a little bit, get down underneath there, vacuum, clean, wipe down, and we'll give you an update. Let's do it. Alrighty, it's been some time, but we have officially chiseled everything, wiped everything down. You can see like the brick is still a little wet, moist, but the whole brick is completely clean, which is great. I am now going to be moving on to foaming. We'll see how this goes. Gonna foam this down in there, which would be perfect. Look at that, look at that, perfection. And depending on how well this works, might even like just foam some of these corners and exposed edges, because why not? But we'll see. It's foaming time. I have no idea what to expect. We're just gonna do a little squeeze and see how it goes from there. Whoa! Look at that! Oh my goodness. So much. Too much. Alrighty, so I just wiped that off. We're gonna let this harden and we'll see how it turns out. But I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. I'm not sure how much it'll like expand, but we'll see. We're back. It's been about like 10 minutes or something like that. And holy smoke, those things gotten huge. It's like super, it's like pretty solid actually right now. I'm pretty excited about that. So we're gonna have to come back and trim this all off because I just wanted this to try and fill in the gap. And then around the brick here is pretty encouraging. So that again, this filled in, which means inside it filled up as well. Over here too, man, see all that. So that's pretty cool. Down here, the big hole coming out more, even though I did scrape it out, which is great. So yeah, so now I'm gonna get the X-Acto knife and just kind of scrape it off and see what happens. By fun, I mean I just started filling in a bunch of little holes and things that were totally exposed, serving no purpose. So that'll just feel very clean when it's all cut. I'm very happy to have that hole filled in. I don't know. It was easier than trying to get like wood, like small scraps of wood, and then like wood gluing it down there. Like I don't know. The solution I was coming up with made no sense versus like magic foam. So we'll see how the magic foam holds up. Gonna let that go and expand some more, shaved off the edges over there, and then we're gonna get the grouting, start doing that. Alrighty, kind of messed up already. I didn't puncture this segment right here far enough. I thought I went down, but I didn't puncture it. And I was pushing really, really hard. And I'm like, what is going on? And you can see I was pushing so hard that it started leaking out the edges. But now that I properly punctured it, I'm sure it's gonna work. So FYI, you shouldn't have to pull insanely hard. I was like squeezing like crazy, starting to like put 2 arms into it. If that happened, you probably because you didn't puncture this. Good to know. It's time for the reveal. Ta-da!
Looks good.
Look at all that. Took forever, but spent a lot of time.
What's that? What is that? Is this
That's
the foam?
that's the spray foam. Yeah.
What do you do to like?
Hmm?
What do you? Are you gonna like?
It'll be cornered up by the pedestal.
Okay.
Yeah, and then over here, look, I spray foamed some of the gaps and the holes in the walls.
Oh. Can that be like chopped off? When
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it slices off really easily. But look, all of it, all the hairline fractures. I did a bead along the bottom. just to kind of give it a little sealant while I was at it. That's like the best looking spot. But there we go.
Oh, and you cleaned.
I
right?
cleaned, yep.
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you cleaned.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yay. I can't paint because it definitely needs to dry. Like, it's still very tacky.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, I would leave it to dry for like
yeah,
a day or whatever.
Yeah, I'll have to come back tomorrow and dry it up, but
Yeah.
I think that's good. Maria update in the painting clothing. But she has... What did you do?
I just taped her on the floor. That's all.
You put the painter stuff on the
I
floor?
had to like wipe everything, and they're still filthy, but
Yeah, the place is a little dirty. So
Yeah.
we had to wipe everything down. But it's all wiped down. She's got painter's tape in the majority of places. Look at this OCD adorableness. Look at that. Getting it done right.
I also want to take the doors off, so that I can get in there and
Yep.
all that. So
And then we're going to spray
I'll
paint.
start around here, and then maybe we can take the doors off today.
hmm And then we're going to be spray painting all the hinges and handles black. So that'll look nice.
Alright.
Fun stuff.
Or white.
There's the white.
I'm getting a little bit.
Day 2 or 5 Sunday, I don't know. Painted more. Painted. Look at the color difference. That's us painted on the right, and that's the house,
Gross.
which is really gross, isn't it, Maria? We've been cleaning and everything. I have finally have a materials list for the washer and dryer. We've had some issues with it. By issues, I just mean measurements. Like, for instance, the issue we had is that they don't tell you need a gap behind your washers and dryers. So, like, when I was seeing 32 inches is the size of the washer and dryer, I was like, oh, that's great, 32 inches. But then just the other night at like 1 a.m., I was like, oh no. Or I realized there needs to be like a few inches. So that pops the whole thing out more. And it's a mess. It's a nightmare. So I have been doing so much work on measuring, figuring out what plan to do, figuring out what we're going to do. But there it is. Also, the stuff dried up. Looks pretty good. It's very tacky. Like, it feels very silicone-y, honestly, which is very nice. That got hard as a rock. That's even harder than what it was before. I mean, I've come over here, like, that's not foamy really anymore. That's like stiff, which is awesome. So I'll shave those, maybe leave them up. I don't know. After our trip to Home Depot, we are finally ready to start cutting everything, which is very scary. And by the way, this video is pretty much sponsored by my parents. Thank you very much. I have all of their tools and things that I'm using, so appreciate that a ton. Over here we have the command station. You know, it's where I'm figuring out all the measurements and making sure I'm doing everything right. Because, you know, measure 4 times, cut once. So we're about to start doing this, and we'll see how it all goes. Wish me luck. Hello, paint girl. Oh, by the way, this is the cardboard we've been using this entire time. I went to Home Depot.
This is our washer.
Yeah, we've been calling this our washer. Went to Home Depot, got an outline because it's been so impossible to figure it out. But look at this. We got the frame figured out, and that's where it'd be, you know, and this is where the handle is. Like, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Did you see my paint upstairs?
that's the idea. Yeah, let's go see your paint. Maria's been working.
I've just been doing trim.
She's been doing trim.
It's so much cleaner now. Like, look how
Oh.
clean.
Look at that. There's a door to show. Look at that.
Just sit around here.
Nice. Oh, there's a difference in the camera. This looks so much better than that.
I have to get.
Oh, you got the inside?
I haven't done this yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See how this is all like dirty.
Right. Look at this. Trim. We got a door off. That's another thing you guys probably didn't
Yeah,
see.
I'll have to paint that too.
Yeah, we're gonna spray paint all these hinges black and the handles black. We'll try spray painting, see if that works. Should work.
Also, the little door stopper.
Yeah.
And then we need to buy a new handle for this door because there's
Oh, what handle do we want?
yucky plastic. It's horrible. Maybe like a little cute little black knob there.
Black knobs. Yeah. It's been a long day, but it's coming together. And what time is it? I don't know what time it
I
is.
think it's like 5 something.
5.
6. No, it's 6 something.
6.
It's 6.
6.
Yeah.
1 week until moving day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's soon. Ooh. Alright. Report back later. Alrighty. Got the rest of the stuff all cut out in a neat little pile. And I got the mess over here. It's getting dark. But all finished up. Now it's time to go inside, see how it fits together. This is where we're at. Biggest problem right now is the fact that how do we get this in and out? This is such a tight space. Like for instance, Maria was saying like we can't just tilt this thing because then it's just gonna hit right in there, and this is too long. The other option would be to slip it out, like if we kind of slide back straight out, but then you got this whole machine in the way. Stupid machine. Gosh, who needs hot water? So yeah, now we're trying to figure it out. The good news is though, as I'm looking at this, we might be able to like kind of like go like this, like slip down up. And by the way, listen to your significant others. They are so smart, okay? They think of things that you don't think of, all right? So like her, she's just pointing out all these flaws and issues, but it's good flaws and issues because she's so smart. Ain't you, babe? So we figured it out. We actually think we will be able to slip straight up and out. I'm very excited. I'm building something! So we are using the Craig Jig pocket hole system, which actually worked out pretty well. I used a scrap piece of wood because I was kind of panicking a little bit. I was like, ooh, I don't want to use one of my good woods and mess it up. So it's good. I think it turned out well. Nice little spot in there. Handy tool because it gives you the depth a bit. You kind of set everything to your depth, place this here, drill straight in, and then you get this result. And after that, you get your screws, which I have a box of, and drill straight in. And then it would come out and attach to the other 2x4. So the fun part is I have to do 2 of these, like I do this, on both sides of every single thing you see here. How many holes how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18 times 4. Do the math. That's how many holes I gotta do. Holy smokes. Time for the pocket screws. I obviously don't have massive tables and space, so I'm making do with what provided. So these theoretically just sit in here and then go straight through. We attached our like extra long bit so that I can actually reach. Let's give it a shot. A little scary. Just place it in there. Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh, jeez.
Did you mess up?
Nope. But there we go. Very first pocket hole joinery, and pretty solid. I'm not attaching wood glue yet because I need to make sure this actually fits in.
A few moments later.
We have a frame. One of two, but it's here. So, little issue we ran into is these, when I went to put on this board, the math wasn't lining up like perfectly, because I did all of these in there first. With the wisdom of Maria, basically I just had to drill it to make it work. And it does work, like each edge, they're nice and flush. So what I did was I loosened each of these, just like kind of loosen it, and that gave it enough play to go like smack the wood to where I needed it. And then I drilled kind of like halfway on both of these, and then drilled all the way, and then drilled all the way here. And that is how I now have a frame that works, which is awesome and exciting. So now it's a test to see if we can get it inside the laundry room. Stay tuned. Alrighty, Maria's finishing that. The frame's in here. We think it can work. That's gonna be a real telltale sign tomorrow. So then tomorrow I think I'm honestly gonna be, I gotta make this thing again for the top, attach all the legs, and that's it, theoretically. But we shall see. Stay tuned. First weekend at the house. How was it? Good.
It's getting better.
It's getting better. The house is getting better. Now that we're cleaning it and stuff, the house is getting better.
I'm enjoying painting. I'm just slow.
Yeah.
Slow doing the trim.
It's okay. Alright. Bye.